RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, it's shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for this afternoon, at least in Eastern Standard Time, if you're in the UK or whatever, it's evening time. Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Today, mate. Nah, I fucking know. It's Gold Artist, Shutterworth the guy, you know what it is, LB, Lauderdale Boss, Soul Wars creator, man, RingGangRadio.com in the building. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ringing in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, P.
Technical difficulties. Believe he's been kidnapped by a giant sewer rat.
Yo, what's
good?
Oh, there you go, P.
Pick up P.
Oh.
Pick up the building. Ring gang.
Uh-oh, P, you haven't looked.
You hear me?
You haven't
You
looked.
sound like you're being strangled
You
underwater.
You're being like you're being strangled underwater.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. If that's
Turn the Griselda music down
You hear
and
me?
introduce yourself.
Yeah, we can hear you, but it's just that's not coming in clearly.
hold on.
Okay. Well, P will come back, but last but certainly not least, got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's fly? It's your boy, Conscious Pilot, aka the West Coast Avenger, number one contender preparing for liftoff. Destination Ringing Radio. Let's go.
There we go. Conscious Pilot, stays elevated above the masses. That's what it is, man. And yeah, P will return. He had technical difficulties, but he'll definitely be back as usual. Oh, he might be back now. There we go.
Gang.
P, are you in?
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. All right. Sorry about that. I'm on the roll. What's good, y'all? It's your boy King P. Bodega Boxer in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
There we go. P is on the road. You know what I'm saying? Take it. So clearly, you're making the most of your day off from fighting all types of miscreants and vandals and hooligans and and scoonbuggers and whatnot, right?
Yep, definitely am. But Ring Gang's always wherever you're at, we're always there. We're on the road. I'm like, we're like the '93 Lex Luger Express bus right now.
Word up. That's real talk, and as always, though, we appreciate it. We salute you for your service, man. Real, that's real. So yeah, we got we definitely got some stuff to talk about. Especially got some previews to talk about for sure. Because obviously everyone knows that the 19th to Juneteenth, obviously, we have 5 fight cards, in which we've nailed 4 of them. We previewed 4 of them, and we do have one more to preview because now that's finally solidified. We'll talk more about the whole fuckery behind that one in a little bit. But now, we're gonna go 2 weekends ahead to some fairly notable cards. The most notable one being from the PBC camp, where we have a quadruple header, I believe, with the main event being Gervonta Tank Davis going up to 140 to face PBC's 140 GameStop champion and Mario Barrios. I think I made it known that I'm not a big fan of this fight for different reasons. First of all, it's pay-per-view, which I don't believe it's a pay-per-view fight. That's just my opinion. I mean, I know maybe you guys think different.
I mean, y'all said it was mid, which I can respect. It's not the next fight we wanted from dude. So, but I think it's a good fight. It's a quality fight. I do disagree with it being on pay-per-view. It's not pay-per-view worthy, but at least they kind of trying to stack the cards. So,
yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. I mean, this is definitely one of those fight. This is definitely one of those cards where I mean, you can see the co-man could definitely outshine it in a way, for damn sure. Could happen, but yeah. See, the reason why I don't really think. I mean, 140. First of all, I don't think. I mean, Tank is optimal at 130 or 135, and LB says like he has people he could actually fight at those weights. Especially, because obviously if you hold a GameStop belt at one division and you hold a quote-unquote legitimate one at another one, like, you don't need to climb up to 140 where you're fighting someone who has mean physical advantage. Like, it's a risk, and it's not even a risk against a name fighter like that. It's... So I think that's where my dislike of the fight has really come in.
The only thing, like, Tank clearly has the talent advantages, and he has the speed advantages. We don't know yet with the power because he's fighting a bigger guy, stronger guy, taller guy. And with power, it's all about who takes the shot better. On the outside, Tank looked like he might have more power, but Barrios is no slouch with his power either.
And also, Barrios is a big 140 pounder. Like, I mean, dude probably will not be at 140 anytime longer, especially if you watch the excellent All Access episode. And I will give props to that because the All Access episode, for this fight was pretty good. Like, I mean,
I gotta see that shit, though.
It was well done for sure.
It was definitely well done.
And you keep saying that shit, so it's like now I'm really compelled to watch it. Like, yeah, it was either gonna be that or Shakur Stevenson last fight. So sorry. PBC, you win again.
No, but it really was well done because it came out with that and the Charlo Montiel fight. I was like, wow, this is like Showtime really put some effort into this. Like, I still don't care about either fights though, but I could dig the production.
Needed that damn effort for the fucking Daenerys fight.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, like 3 quality matchups they missed out on.
Yeah.
Did they even do nothing for Neri Figueroa either?
Hell no, they did nothing.
Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
And now we getting a pay-per-view? Yeah,
but then of course that's probably the reason why. Because this is a pay-per-view, so like, you know what, we got to get some numbers. So they figured, you got to,
Charlo fight ain't pay-per-view.
What's that?
Charlo's fight ain't pay-per-view.
The current one, the Montiel fight, no, that's a regular Showtime.
That's what I'm saying. And didn't they do a card? They did the access for that.
Oh
shit?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, they did do the access one.
You mean to tell me that needed an all access?
I mean, they probably need because I think they probably did one because because they know people were shitting on that fight the most, so they're like, you know what, let's go put something out there because like we can't have people just shit on this fight. I mean,
what's the point of them promoting something that people say is garbage? I don't get it.
Why are we sprinkling seasoning on shit?
Yeah, like okay, you're in the pizzeria, you drop the pizza. Why are you gonna put it on the display in the front now?
And that's a legitimately good question too.
Like, I'm just and seeing that y'all had legit like fight of the year candidates in Daenerys Ubali and Neri Figueroa.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this is just weird shit, but okay. And y'all had Antoine Russell Jr. like.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff like
Matias, like.
Yeah, they didn't get the promotion, but these fights, these fights do. But I mean, go figure.
Ring City promoted damn Serrano last fight more than Showtime did those 2 fights.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but at least, I mean, obviously they're doing it, but at least watching it all access, like, because Barrios easily, like, he looks like he could be like a 154 pounder, like, at some point. Like, he's big for that division.
Josh Taylor big.
Yeah, Josh Taylor big. So there's a risk, and there's my thing. It's like, I mean, you have Tank probably on the verge of being a real star, and you can fight more. You can fight more. I would say, opponents with better reputations. Better reps. Something that can really get his weight up. And then
you can say Tank is a star right now. He's not on his way. Dude's a star.
No, I'm talking about he's a star, but he's on his way. He's not that star yet. You know what I mean?
Nah, like he got to right now. It's him ascending to damn superstardom is what
He's
we're
on the
looking at.
he's on the verge of being a superstar.
You talking about super? Like he's already a star. Like his
He's
fights
pretty
get
well known.
views.
He's pretty well known.
He's pretty well known. Like
To casual, it seems like. People
yeah,
know
like
him.
he's no longer just a guy like hovering. To say it, but like Haney and Shakur Stevenson, they haven't gotten to his level yet.
Right. And so the only one comparable would be Ryan Garcia, who's pretty much a different type of, actually, I mean, they might actually be on the same level.
They might be on the same level, but one's a champion as a star.
Yeah.
The other one's kind of like he's just a star for being popular. The Tank is like both.
Yeah.
And Teofimo's right under.
And Teofimo Lopez is there too.
And
Yeah, he's right under him. Yeah.
Yeah,
So like this is all of nights with that nigga trying to call the taxi.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, now what happens if you lose to someone like Barrios? Barrios is nowhere near that type of level. And, he just, so if he loses badly to Barrios or whatever, then it's just a risk that just gone horribly wrong for nothing.
It's a legit loss though. Like Barrios is no fucking slouch. So I'm not gonna, he's gonna be the underdog, but I'm not gonna undersell this nigga. Just like it's a legit fight.
He's battle tested. I mean, whether not really a good thing for him, but he's been through war, so he's got the goods. Obviously, he had that struggle against the Russian or whatever dude, but
yeah, and that's
he
the
just
one.
ain't got the name for this type of fight.
What's that?
I'm just saying he really just don't have the name for this type of fight. But as far as being the fighter, he's in this shit.
Yeah, so it's just basically just one of those fights that's just like altogether. It's just like, yeah, this should. I mean, there could have been someone better at 130 or 135 for him. Like instead of
140 if you're going up there.
Yeah, because if he beats Barrios, then I'm gonna okay. So you can beat in 3 different divisions. What division are you gonna focus on? Like, are you gonna go? Are you gonna face Gary Antoine Russell at 140? Like somebody.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's not happening.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's like at 140.
But if you beat Barrios, you're beating a legit top 10 140 dude. Though.
Yeah.
Bottom top 10. So after that, at 140, his expectations, you're either gonna want to see him in there with someone who's top 5 or a champion. Right. So I don't know the trajectory they trying to go with this fight. It's like it's almost like on some improvised Broner shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
After Melanology, you can only go higher than that. You can't go and fight, fucking Lovemore Endo or somebody.
Yeah.
I mean,
damn, that was random.
Is Tank too short, really too small to go to 147 eventually?
As
long as they make it smartly. They'll probably try it eventually down the line.
I mean, here's the thing with Tank. He's a small guy, and he has to build that weight shows on him. Like you can tell, dude looks big at 147, 154. Like he looks like you can see it in his face and everything. Like I don't think that's really an optimal weight for him per se.
Him and Hamed were meant to be jumping divisions like that. They gotta pick like 1 or 2 and kill them shits.
Yeah.
Too short, too stocky.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, obviously he's not gonna make 130 forever. Hell, he barely makes it half the time. 135.
Now, when he take this shit serious, he do like.
Yeah.
He looked good in the Santa Cruz fight, but at 130, you can't have him take no bullshit fight. You got to put him in real fights, or he's gonna revert back into the Gamboa bullshit.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, because all this weight jumping, like if you go up to 140 and then you can beat it someday, you're going down, that's another thing, because that's why it's like you gotta stick at a weight, that makes sense.
I don't know what's wrong with 135 that he can't campaign. There's plenty fights. They might be on the other side of the street, but
Yeah, yeah. That other
but
side
140 is the same thing. All the good fights are on the other side of the street.
Yep.
He ain't gonna fight Broner. Like they cool, I could understand that.
Yeah.
But
then I gotta fight Antoine Russell because
no, that's too fucking dangerous. Chill.
Yeah.
Progre is like the only reasonable name, and it's like Progre ain't buzzing like that. It'll be a good fucking win, and that's a good fucking fight. But I don't know if it's gonna get him the reward for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be
It's a better fight than Barrios though, but
yeah. So I mean, it's basically, I mean, but yeah, I mean, outside separating stuff like at least you got two fighters that will swing for the fences, and they will both try to land those fades on each other. So that's what at least you'll get from that fight at the most. So I mean, now what do we guys think in terms of how we think this is going to play out? Tank versus Barrios.
I'll let you mid niggas talk first, because y'all all said this. Well, at least Pat said it was mid. Like, I don't think no one else was hyped for that shit.
I like the fight. I mean,
what was that? Oh, he's having technical difficulties too.
I like the
Everybody
fight.
getting kidnapped.
I like the fight. I think it's gonna be. Hopefully, it's like the LSE fight where the expectations were kind of low, but it was pretty good fight. And it ends with. I think it'll end the same way to some degree. I think he's gonna knock out. I think he's gonna get him out of there. But I mean, then again, you got to see how his power looks in there. But I don't know. I do favor Tank in this fight.
Yeah, cause I just feel. I mean, obviously, I don't think they're gonna let Tank really lose like that. So, but I do think Barrios might actually get to the finish line. And we all know Tank has only been to the finish line once in his fight. He only has one decision win. So,
I mean, just because he hasn't been to the finish line doesn't mean he's not capable. It's everybody else that can't make it to the finish line. That's not his fault.
and honestly, that's a good problem.
Yeah,
I mean, the nigga rich. I'm sure he's been to the finish line a whole bunch of times.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, here's what I think. But I mean, I do think that Tank will win this fight, but he'll probably win it by decision. He'll win it by unanimous decision. I'll do the whole decision win. I think Barrios might be a little bit too big for him, and I think Barrios might take his power a lot better than we all think. I think there will be some knockdowns, though. I do think there will be some knockdowns.
Will it actually be a unanimous decision? Like, actually, or just
yeah? I said yeah, unanimous decision.
Yeah.
P.
I'm going Tank 10th round KO.
Ooh, damn.
Yes, I think it's gonna be a late one because Barrios is a big guy. I think Barrios is gonna bring it to him. Barrios is pretty active, so he's definitely gonna he's gonna be right there with him the whole time. But I just think Barrios is very hittable, and I don't think Tank is the much more sharper puncher. And yes, we don't know what he's like at 140, but I feel like his power will be fine because I haven't forgotten. Remember, did any of y'all see the sparring session when Tank basically almost stopped the fucking Red Catch in sparring, and Red Catch is at 147, so his power will go up with him. That's just proof right there. His power won't be a problem going up. So I think
that's Red Catch though.
Yeah, Red Catch is
that ain't the best barometer for that shit.
But
I get your point though.
Red Catch is still a bigger guy, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think of him as a fighter. He's still the bigger guy. He's still at 147. He's not a small guy. And
I mean, it does have something to do with him as a fighter because you could be the bigger guy and less durable, and not as durable as a guy say that's fleshed out at 135.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
You think he's tougher than Nakatani?
No, I'm not gonna say he's tougher than Nakatani, but he's just a bigger guy. But I also think I don't. Who knows if Barrios will be able to withstand fucking Tank's power for that long? I don't think he's not trying to fought anybody like Tank that could really fucking with Tank's kind of fucking shit that could really bring the heat to him. I think
Tank too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I think and he's hittable as fuck. So he's there to be hit. And so with that, I'm gonna give the advantage to the sharper guy, who I think his power will go up with him. And I say that Tank wears him out, and by the 10th round, finishes him off.
Okay, LB, what about you?
Yeah, so we got a unanimous decision, a 10th round KO, and what Pilot said with decision.
I think he'll stop him.
He'll stop him. What round?
I'll say ninth. Ninth round.
Damn. I think it's true believers in this nigga power. But I can see y'all. I can understand your point of view though. I can respect it. I think Tank by split decision. I think Mario is gonna cause some doubts. I think he's gonna even drop Tank in this. I think we're gonna get like a real close competitive fight where Tank maybe just does enough where he kind of just grabs it. Barrios might have some moments where you kind of like, damn, just do a little more.
Right.
I think, but Tank just takes it away, just the flashier, bigger shots. Like people, like we'll end up getting a good fight. I think people might even want to see a rematch of this shit. I'll say Tank by split decision. Yeah, like others have said, Mario is, he's hittable.
Yeah,
but
I do want to see how because Tank's defense is still not a mystery, but we don't know how really he seems to walk through shots. He seems not to respect those people's power. I mean, at least most of his fights. I think his defense is sharp, but it'll be interesting to see somebody that's definitely longer and taller, and obviously the natural height.
That's what I'm banking on, because I don't think Tank defense is all that. I think it's like maybe a little above average. Like he hasn't had the type of fights for me to say like, okay, he's defensively sound. Like, is he like like Provodnikov or Salcido or one of those type of fighters? No.
No. Yeah.
But he's no fucking
He's slightly above average. Or average.
He, like, for his style, his pressure style, he's no Chocolatito or Spence or nobody, or Golovkin. But he's way more athletic, and I think punch for punch is just as horrible, maybe, except for Golovkin.
No, he's not hard. He's definitely not harder puncher than Triple J. There's not that yet, not at that level.
Nah. But as far as like comparing him to like the size, like I think he punched harder than Spence and Chocolatito.
Yeah, he's certainly more explosive than them. Yeah,
that's what kind of helps it. But yeah, so Tank by split decision. Kind of low key hyped for this fight. I know real quick. I don't want to take too long in this card. The co-main is something we got to drop a prediction on as well. We got to mention that shit.
Absolutely. And to me, I think the co-main is more of a crossroads between Erickson Lubin and Jason Rosario, who's only a fight removed from losing his belts to Jamel Charlo. And then this fight, to me, I didn't want to say it was 50-50, but Lubin's last time I saw Lubin fight, and he was getting wobbled, by what's his name?
Goucher.
Yeah, Goucher, Terrell Goucher.
Who can punch? Who could punch though?
Yeah.
It's just Goucher doesn't have the temperament to get the stoppages.
Yeah, but
that's his biggest problem. Like, but Goucher does have power. He can hurt you when he connect. It's just, will he connect or when will he connect?
Yeah, and there's something about that fight that just had me like, I didn't like what I saw from Lubin in this fight. It seemed like he was struggling a little bit more. He won the fight. Don't get me wrong. He won.
He wasn't clear too, but it's just like it wasn't no stock rising performance.
No, like if
we had a hold on that shit, ain't it?
Yeah.
Did it stay the same drop or improve? I think some people was like it dropped.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean that's the thing. Like Lubin's still a talent, or whatever, but it's just more or less now. Can he actually shake off that, that brutal loss to Jamel Charlo, from some time back?
I think he shook it off already. He's just at the point where he shook it off. He showed that he could get back on that world class level and look like he got next. Like he's at the point where he shook it off, but we're like, okay. It's the impressive, I'm here, it's 154, what's up, I want all the smoke. That's what we want to see from Lubin right now.
Yeah.
And I think we'll get it.
Right, and then of course,
he'll get it in this fight.
Yeah, and then of course, obviously, Jason Rosario, still, like I said, fight removed from losing his belts, though, but he's still a very dangerous guy because, Jason Rosario punches hard with both hands and and Lubin's whiskers are kind of suspect to me. I mean, they're very suspect. So it's like that's what makes it.
Why? Because he got hurt by Charlo? No. Like who hurts and knocks out damn near everybody? Like
Now, Goucher had him doing the, had him doing a little hucklebuck in the ring, I noticed it, but I still didn't like seeing that, So it's like, and Rosario has more power than Goucher, so
he respected Goucher a little too much in that fight to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what makes this is like Rosario. Obviously, if he wants a quick turnaround, because this is a WBC 154 eliminator. So I'm thinking, and Rosario. See, that's the thing though, because when Rosario got KO'd by Jamel Charlo, he lasted longer. That's for damn sure than Lubin did. But Rosario got KO'd in a way that had me thinking God damn, he got KO'd to a jab to the stomach or the solar plexus. And dude looked like he was having convulsions on the canvas. That shit was I've never seen that before. He got
hit with that damn Hokuto Shinken and that fucking fist of the North Star. Thing. He got hit with the Raul punch or some shit, the King Fist, because that nigga wasn't looking right.
Yeah, dude was out there just breathing hard and shit. He was like he just took his breath away. It was he was laboring. I was like, God damn, this nigga got hit hard. And he didn't even look like he got hit hard.
It was just a dead accurate shot. But, man, so what y'all? It's a crossroads bout, but I don't think it's because Lubin. I don't think is at a crossroads part. He just at a part where he needs to show he got next. That's a little bit above a crossroads fight, but with Rosario, it's more on some you at the back of the line if you lose this shit.
Yeah, because dude came out of nowhere.
Loser go home. Loser go home fight yet.
Yeah, but then also too, because people have to. Lubin has to prove that he's a threat to Jamel Charlo, who's probably not peaking right now. So that's the
not
thing.
even just a threat to Jamel Charlo. It's a threat to the fucking division. This is 154.
Right.
The best and hardest division in the fucking boxing.
Loaded.
Absolutely.
Loaded, and then it's loaded with fucking sharks. He got to show me, can he beat Tim Tszyu?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He got to show me he could beat fucking Brandon Adams. He got to show me he could fucking beat, who else out there? Shit, the fucking Tony Harrison or Perella. Like you got real fights in this division. So it ain't just about Jamel Charlo. But I do think Lubin is now fighting the type of fights he should have fought before his first shot at Charlo.
Word.
But the dude, he ran for the smoke, and you gotta respect that in an age where, niggas be taking forever before they, take on a dangerous fight.
Absolutely.
Shit, remember we was still waiting for Munguia to step it up.
Yeah, the funny thing, Munguia is, is a
and Munguia's a fucking champion. So yeah, so Pilot, who you got in this one?
I think Lubin will win. How? I'll probably say decision. I think it's going to go to the cards. I haven't seen anything from Lubin that makes me think he's going to be able to KO.
Oh wow, man! Lubin going to fucking stomp this dude out.
No. Yeah, no.
This might be like a 5th round KO.
Yeah, nah. I'm sorry, but yeah, nah. Banana Boy is getting his cap peeled.
There you go.
What round we taking?
8th round.
8th round, okay.
Yeah, listen, he already beat the shit out of the guy who knocked out Rosario and knocked out the guy who should have beaten Rosario but got a bad decision on the cards. So, yeah, he already beat his leftovers, now he's gonna beat this guy's ass. So, yeah, nah.
Yeah, so he ran back in there to beat the guy who fucked up the leftovers. Hey, y'all niggas ain't eat this stuff enough. Wasn't there some rapper who attacked somebody they fucked up the order? He came back he stabbed somebody. That's some crazy shit. But yeah, god damn. Yeah, Lubin. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fucking Pat. What you got on this, nigga? What you got on this?
All right, I'm gonna go a shot in the arm, and I think I'll be conservative and I will say Lubin will get this. But Lubin will win by maybe 10th round knockout.
Oh, okay. 5th, 8th, 10, and then we got the decision here with Pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Man, those KOs for life.
I'm gonna
nigga.
stick
What
with
you
it. I'm gonna
doing?
stick with it.
And like I said, I mean that's why I say it's because, like I said, as much as like I mean, Lubin can actually box when he sticks when when his mind is right.
He has above average power and decent work rate, so I think he could stop this dude.
Yeah, but like I said, Rosario can also punch too, and Lubin's chin is not really. It's not it's suspect. So I mean, he can.
I couldn't see an upset in
I
this.
mean,
We've seen
Rosario's shit is suspect too.
But Rosario's a bigger fighter.
Okay, and he's less talented.
Goucher was the bigger fighter too.
So I mean, like I said, there's a lot of different things in play. It's just like if obviously if either one lands on each other like a good shot, I mean they'll both they'll go away.
I'll just say this: if Rosario pulls off the upset, I won't be surprised. Like,
I wouldn't be shocked either. I wouldn't be shocked either, to be honest.
I wouldn't not like the shock I was with Arias and Hurd. Although I was like more confused. Like
Yeah.
you ever shadow box after damn spinning around blindfolded? Like that's how that felt. Like what the fuck going on? Like no.
Yeah, that was some other shit. I couldn't believe what I saw in that fight. But yeah, that's what I say. It's a really good co-main, and like I said, 154. The good fights stay happening over there, and and you're definitely not mad at that. And there's another 154 fight that and this is just probably more like kind of a back to the drawing board type of thing. Julian J. Rock Williams. Because I know he was out. I think he had some surgery too and whatnot. So he's making his return against Brian Mendoza, who I don't really recall off the top of my head if I saw any of his fights or not. Part of me says yes, but I just can't think of any right now. And then
we done seen too much boxing, bro. Like can't remember every fucking name. Some of these fights.
Yeah, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Brian Mendoza does not ring a bell, but the opener does. When Batyr Akhmadev, who we mentioned before, gave Mario Barrios a hell of a time, and in my opinion, should have actually beat him, but he didn't. He got kind of a raw deal, sort of, because he was supposed to run that shit back, and that didn't happen. But he's on there, thankfully, in a WBA 140 eliminator against Argenis Mendez, who's somehow keeps sticking around. Like you think something like that, would be gone by now. But hey, stepping stone. You earn a living that way. And that guy was a former champion too.
Robert Easter's best win.
Facts. What I'm saying? So it's interesting, But hey, Akhmadev, like I always say, Akhmadev deserves deserves a something like on a big pay-per-view, a spot on a big. So yeah, that would most likely be a knockout. Anyways, I do think Akhmadev will probably stop him. So yeah, so pretty much it's a decent card. It's just not a pay-per-view card to me. Like we all say, it's like if this was on Showtime, then that shit, the show would be cool. You know what I mean? But,
that'd be a great Showtime card. Lackluster pay-per-view. It's end of story.
Yeah, but it's not a 70, 75. I forgot how much it is. $75, $80 card, whatever it is.
Damn.
It's not any of that. Not at all. So
next.
Yeah, the next one would